Hello, we're here. Wow. We did it 2 days in a row. How lucky are you guys? Anthony Broom here, managing editor, team site producer of Maize and Brew. And we are back for the second day in a row. Quick little rundown. Why are we even doing football? It's Hunter Dickinson Day at Maize and Brew. A lot of stuff posted on the website about his decision to come back to Michigan. But bring those good vibes here because we are here. Michigan is 3-2 on the season. Heartbreaking loss to Wisconsin in yesterday's stream. That's 2 losses in overtime now. This is kind of like they lose this game today, things are going to start getting real toxic in virtual Michigan fandom. So, hey, there's no need to delay it any longer. Let's just get right into it. And again, the YouTube stream is saying that having some audio issues here, but I don't know if you guys... There's some kind of issue every day, it seems like, but we're here. Before we get going here, I am going to grab a quick little beverage. All right, Michigan will be starting out on defense today against Nebraska. Welcome. I see a lot of familiar faces in here today. I do need to tweet this out. I didn't put a post on the site today. Didn't want to bury all the Hunter Dickinson stuff, so... Reminder to subscribe to Maize and Brew's YouTube channel if you haven't already. Every subscription helps us. Helps keep the lights on here at Maize and Brew HQ. I promised a stat update before the next stream. Because today was a busy news day, I didn't get the chance to do that, so... When we do Thursday's stream, I will be able to accommodate that. For what my predictions are worth, I think that Michigan will win this game. So.
Thinking about...
Sorry. All right. So, how's everyone doing today? It's good to see you back here 2 days in a row. Was able to put yesterday's stream behind me pretty quickly. It was a pool day, so sit by the pool, get into the pool, enjoy a few adult beverages, if you will. Good times. CFB Addict, welcome back. I haven't seen you here in a while. Says NCAA 14 doesn't have commentators. They do. I don't know why they haven't been showing up. Certainly not to give my ass the spotlight here, but I think it might have something to do with the mod. I don't know, though. It's really odd. I'll have to go into the settings and look what's going on there. Worldwide 1873 says, I think we are either going to go 6-6 or have a miracle season. No in between. Just gut feel. Nothing to back it. Purely my opinion. I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle there. I think they're probably going to win 7 or 8 games. This would be one. If this scenario plays out as the streams have so far, this is a must-win game. CFB Addict says, I'm inconsistent with my appearances. I have to work on it. Yeah, work on it. Come on. We're all trying to get ourselves in mid-season form right now. Look at Blake Corum. Okay, so, little inside baseball here. I kicked up Blake Corum's speed by 2 notches. He went from like a 92 to a 94. Sorry. Not sorry about it. This is fantasy land, so. GR Gazzles, I think that's how you say your name. Cade won't be the QB this far into the season. I'm curious as to why you think that, and when you think he would be pulled. And who replaces him? Is it Bowman or is it JJ? Apex Duh says, missed the last stream. Who won? Not Michigan. All the results for the previous streams are in the description below, by the way. And while you're down there, like I said before, I'm getting good at this YouTube thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So, that does help, though. Every like helps. Every subscription helps. We're trying to get to 5,000 before the season starts, so that would be awesome. All right. GR Gazzle says, Bowman will come in, Harbaugh will play it safe somewhere in game 2 and 3. Okay. I don't have the evidence to dispute that, so we'll see what happens. Go Blue ×2. Welcome back, sir, my friend, whoever you are. I heard a news report say that Bowman was planning to play right away. Is this true? I haven't seen that report, so I can't confirm or deny that. But I do believe that he was brought in to compete for the backup job and not for the starting job. That's what I think. If JJ's not ready to play, why not just redshirt him, you know? I get that point of view, so. I know that's not what people want. I mean, people want him to start from day one and be the guy that turns the ship around, but I just don't know how realistic that is. We'll see, though. Somehow I made my video box bigger today because I'm a narcissist apparently, so let me get that adjusted. Cool. So I'm curious as to what Nebraska's schedule is to this point, because this is game 6 for Michigan. Again, I'm doing this live, so pardon the pauses and entertainment. Okay, so Nebraska is going to open the season at Illinois as they tie up the game here. At Illinois versus Fordham versus Buffalo, at Oklahoma, at Michigan State versus Northwestern. Nebraska's not beating Oklahoma. They tried to get out of that game this year because that program is soft as hell. I could see both teams having 2 losses coming to this game. And the coach that loses this game is it will be nuclear meltdown. Lewis Gratton, hello, welcome. I see you here. I responded to your stuff yesterday. I'm just getting some comments coming through, trying to keep everyone involved. This is why can't they play Bowman and Cade in game and sees who stays hot? I'd rather them play JJ, but your starting quarterback needs to just be your starting quarterback. I mean, the 2 quarterback stuff from a couple years ago was pretty silly. Right. Go Blue says, it could have been a dream. I don't know, and I think redshirt could be a possibility for JJ. I'm assuming that's who you're talking about. Because you can still play 4 games and then be redshirted. Yes, that is true. That's probably the ideal situation for them. Because in that scenario, it means that Cade McNamara is the better quarterback. Yikes. There's... Shout out to Venom. I don't think he's watching this stream live, but he said something in the Discord, which I need to link that in the YouTube too, our Discord server, that like 1 or 2 times a game, Cade McNamara just stands here and takes a sack. And we don't have the benefit of seeing what's happening downfield with the receiver. I assume it's because no one's open, but it is funny nonetheless. Why am I hearing my voice? Oh, it's on my phone, my bad. Shout out to you guys who keep coming back for this. I don't even like the sound of my own voice, so the fact that people come back to listen to what I have to say is humbling. So thank you. I know I kind of pulled a fast one on you guys today. This was scheduled for 4 o'clock originally. Moved it up a half hour because we're doing a media Zoom. The Michigan media is doing a Zoom with Hunter Dickinson at 5. So we'll have coverage of that in the aftermath. But I wanted to get this out of the way before it was time to set up there. Go Blue says, do you think Cade was given a bad rap last season? Yeah, Cade was fine. He played fine. I think that Joe Milton got kind of a bad rap, but clearly still raw, still undeveloped. But when you start games down 21-0, that just makes it so much tougher on everyone. And that team was not built to play from behind. So really, when your defense is that bad, that's when it affects both sides of the ball. And I think that's where a lot of the problems came from last year. Now, end of the first quarter here. Lewis says, your voice sounds smooth and calming on this end. Wow. What if I did real calm? Like a meditation. Close your eyes. Imagine a Michigan football season where they don't have 2 losses in the first 6 weeks. Let it wash over your body. Feel the good vibes of competently paid football. Thank you, Lewis. That's very kind of you to say. All right, we have a shootout on our hands. GR Gazel says, I believe Cade will be the number 3 QB, end of season, and will transfer. I can't say you're wrong. Every quarterback Jim Harbaugh has recruited to campus has transferred, so don't look that up. That feels right. Ross Hickson asked, was there ever really a worry that Hunter wasn't coming back? Not really. I think there was a little bit of... I think there was a coordinated attempt to throw people off the scent yesterday to add some drama to it. But no, I thought he was always... He's not... Don't take this the wrong way when I say he's not a draftable player right now. Because that's not where the NBA is going, player-wise. I mean, he's a throwback center, so he needs to show that he can stretch the floor a little bit or, use his left hand a little more. Stretch the defense out. I don't think he's a draftable player right now. I did not see a single mock draft with him in it, so no, it's not surprising. Sorry for the... You won't be seeing me on the Calm meditation app anytime soon. CFB Addict, people are putting too much credit into last season. We lost 17 starters between 19 and 20, plus had so many of our best players get injured. I think we go 8-4 because of a tough schedule. I can't disagree with any of that. Though I do think a lot of the issues they had last season were a culmination of a lot of paper cuts over the last couple of years, and that has nothing to do with how the roster was made up. Again, anyone who comes on these streams know I've been pretty critical of Jim Harbaugh and the coaching staff. So. GR Gazel says, I believe Hunter wanted to hear what his strengths and weaknesses were from pro scouts. Yeah, if you're a high major basketball player that was an all-conference guy, whatever, all-American, regardless of what you shouldn't be making decisions based on what mock drafts say. Because all it takes is one team to fall in love with you, right? But anyone who has the ability to go through that process should. Now, there are a couple telling things in there. One, he wasn't showing up in mock drafts, which I think some of them are just, Joe Nobodies like me putting them out. But a lot of them are put out by people with industry sources and people who know scouts and the thought of the league and things like that. He wasn't showing up in those, and he also wasn't invited to the NBA Combine. If you don't get invited to the Combine, chances are slim for you. So, yeah. Apex Duh, do you think Dylan McCaffrey would have been as undeveloped making wrong reads as Milton? I don't know if Dylan McCaffrey could stay healthy. And I don't know if anyone knows if he was actually ever going to be a good football player because, and I know his dad coaches there, but if someone out there thought he could be a Power 5 starter, he wouldn't be playing at Northern Colorado next year. Those are just the facts. So, I won't, underdeveloped, yes, but for the wrong reasons. Greg Henson says, hello, Greg. Jesus, this offense is weirdly accurate. Yeah, these streams have been pretty authentic so far, in a lot of ways. Lewis Gratton, 8-4 is feasible. Apex, duh. Is Franz Wagner staying for another year? Nope, he's going to be a lottery pick, so he's staying in the draft. Franz Wagner will not be back. Dooney Don, welcome back. One of the diehards here. I really don't want to see Cade running the ball this much in real life. Me neither. That is not of interest to me. Nor is giving Luke Schoonmaker the ball on 2nd and goal. No disrespect to Luke Schoonmaker, who gets the ball again and barrels in for a touchdown. What the hell do I know? Touchdown, Michigan. Stream is tied up. It's a lot more entertaining than, 17-17 going into overtime yesterday. Greg says, I don't play video games, so this is kind of weird to watch. Enjoying it, though. Yeah, I play, but I don't really watch. But, yeah, this has been fun. Gives us a chance. It's July. It's a chance to do something in the summer. Be silly. Have fun with it. There's not a lot of fun things going on. So, why not have fun and be silly? Ross Hickson, are we a lock for the Final Four next year? Nobody's ever a lock for the Final Four. I think Michigan's success over the last, 10 years or so has kind of taken away from the perspective of how hard it truly is to forget making the Final Four. Just to get out of that first weekend. So it's hard to say that. For me, the expectations for Michigan, the baseline expectation for Michigan basketball, and this is where we've seen Juwan Howard start to push this forward a little bit, is I think you need to get to the second weekend of the tournament for it to be a successful season. Now, if Juwan Howard's going to keep pulling the number 1 class in the country, the number 10 class in the country, if you're in the top 10 every year of recruiting rankings, it might go, yeah, we're talking Final Four bust. Like a school like Duke, if they don't get to the Final Four, it's a bust. Michigan State, to a certain extent, same deal. The schools that, Gonzaga, I would put in that group now. Villanova, I'd probably put in that group now. So, it's hard to say Final Four, but yeah, you get to that second weekend and you see what happens. Apex dub. Michigan goes to the final if they have livers last year. I don't know if they would have beaten Gonzaga, but yeah, livers. It's pretty incredible they did what they did without livers. I know that team was good last year, but Isaiah Livers is going to go down. And I don't know if he's probably not a guy that ever gets his number retired, but that's one of the winningest basketball players in the history of the program. And a guy who, I know John started to play well at the end of the year, but just someone who's not only good himself, but elevates everyone else around them. A lot of basketball talk on this stream today. I like it. Oh, jeez. Oh. Well, coming into yesterday's stream, Cade McNamara had not thrown an interception in the first 4 games. He has now thrown 3 in the last 5.5 quarters. 6 quarters. Not great. Good news is that Adrian Martinez sucks too. For as much fun, or for as much crap as Michigan quarterbacks usually get for all the hype they get during the offseason, the Adrian Martinez hype every offseason is exhausting. Des Nuts, welcome. One of my favorite usernames in these streams. Crap, I'm late. You are. I had to call an audible today because of Hunter Dickinson Day. We have a press conference to do at 5 o'clock, so we're unable to... needed to give us enough run-in time to have this done and out of the way to get ready for that. Yeah, Adrian Martinez is on that. He's on that Perry Ellis plan. I love that these teams don't use timeouts. It's so frustrating, but it's one of the most entertaining aspects of this video game. Oh, they're punting though, so disregard. All right, 20 seconds, 2 timeouts. Let's see some speed and space. How about it? And a draw play. Why? That actually feels accurate. Disregard that. All right, halftime, 14-14. Go Blue, go Blue. Will Terrence Williams make a jump this upcoming basketball season? I don't know. I think he's probably more, if I had to guess, probably someone who makes more of an impact for his junior season. He's one of those, and that's where I really like how Juwan is recruited in terms of he's bringing in guys like Caleb Houston, Musa Diabate. Those dudes should be first-round picks. But then you get the Frankie Collins, you get Terrence Williams, you get, you get this smattering of guys who should also be these foundational 3 to 4 year players for you. And I think when you look at the teams that have sustainable success in today's college basketball, I think that's where that's coming from. Kentucky turns over its entire roster every year, so you can either have a team that makes the NIT or that goes to the Final Four. Those teams that have, think of your Villanovas, your North Carolinas of the last, 10 years or so. Those are the teams that I think set themselves up for sustainable success. So that's why I like how Juwan's doing. He's not just going, we're going to bring in 5 5-star guys, which, hey, that'd be great. If you could do that, more power to you. Blake Gober said he wanted to change the topic from basketball, so I thought he would be switching to football. Plot twist, he says Michigan baseball will win the Big Ten again this year. That'd be awesome. Dooney Don, I'm sensing another overtime loss. If that happens again, you'll see this entire hair setup I've got going on here just turned as white as the wall behind me. Apex, here we go again. A close game that shouldn't be within 2 scores. Well, it's a Big Ten road game. I mean, this is actually what I would expect from these two teams. BB Clappers, welcome. What do you think the backcourt situation will be with Devontae Jones for sure coming? Yeah, I think Devontae Jones probably is your starting lead guard. I call him a lead guard now because it's a little bit different than just having that classic point guard. Frankie Collins will be in the mix there, though. You know, with freshman point guards, it can be a tough adjustment sometimes. Those reads, things happen quickly. Kobe Buffkin will be in the mix. Eli Brooks is going to start. One of the best defensive players in the Big Ten. One of the best defensive players in college basketball. I almost said college football. My concern is that if Devontae Jones comes in and is kind of the opposite of Mike Smith, maybe he's more Jaron Simmons. No disrespect to Jaron, but Jaron came in from a MAC program and just kind of wound up being a guy off the bench, which is fine. He had a role, and now he's got a pretty prominent role within the basketball program. But, then that creates a scenario where, you hope Frankie Collins is ready to play, and if he's not, then we're talking, okay, maybe Eli Brooks is your point guard, and you hope Kobe Buffkin's ready. So, Devontae Jones and Frankie Collins, to a certain extent, are kind of the key to all of that. Ooh, gotta finish those tackles. Sorry, I feel like I haven't even done a ton of game commentary. We're riding those hoops vibes. Gotta get this game today. Have to get this one. For the health of this content series, for the mental health of Maize and Brew's managing editor, they need to get this one today. After this, so our last stream of this week, which will be Thursday at 4 p.m. I'm not going to change the time. Knock on wood, unless something else happens. Will be Northwestern. 3 streams next week. Will be at Michigan State versus Indiana at Penn State. Ooh, next week could get ugly. Michigan State, Indiana, Penn State next week. And then the last week we'll do at Maryland. We'll do versus Ohio State. And if this team is bowl eligible, we'll make up some bowl game for them to play in. So that's the plan for this.
Called a loss of 4 yards on the play. That makes it 2nd and 14.
Yeah, Zeb Jackson. Zeb could be a player. It just seems like we're hearing more about, and again, it's early. The freshman just got on campus. It just seems like a lot of the buzz is going towards some of those other guys as opposed to Zeb. I mean, I think they hope that Zeb takes a step forward. He could factor in there as well. Should be one of the deepest teams in college hoops this year. That's the nice thing about it. It's good. Now, if nobody can play, if everyone somehow stinks, that's not a good problem. But a good problem to have is that I think all these guys are pretty talented, and they should be fine. Paul Garish corrected me. He says, you forgot the Big Ten championship game. Yes, I did. I did forget that. That's my statement on that. I did, but I didn't. Blake Gober, you should do a Twitter poll for the bowl game and the opponent. So I think what I'm going to do is whatever record we wind up ending with, let's just say it's 7-5. I'll kind of, in my head, look at the bowls and what that would put that. I mean, that you're talking Little Caesars Pizza Bowl. If that's still, I mean, it's still that in this game. The Quick Lane Bowl, I'm sorry. No disrespect. Pinstripe Bowl in New York. Music City Bowl in Nashville. Maybe one of those Florida Bowls, like the Gator Bowl, but maybe I'll just give them Bama.
That is a loss of 4 yards.
Go blue, go blue, go blue. Do you think we will beat Sparty this year? Yes, but I'm not confident in that. But I'm not I'm not. What? Oliver Martin. He lives. He exists still. He's been at more schools than Chris Clark. There's a throwback for you. 2015 Michigan recruiting stuff. Harbaugh gets fired after the 2022 season. Is Mike Hart a lock for the job? It's from GR Gazes. I don't know. And I'm really not... No disrespect to Mike Hart. I think he has a bright future in the coaching industry. I don't know if I could stomach the Michigan man thing again. But I'm not... By definition, I'm not a Michigan man. According to, the pinky up sipping tea portion of the fan base. So, the coach I am most interested in resides in Ames, Iowa. I know that's annoying for a lot of people, but I think I said this on the stream yesterday. If Matt Campbell wins the Big 12 this year, and let's just say Iowa State goes to the playoff, there is not a dollar amount I would not be okay with them spending on Matt Campbell. Because trying not to crap on Harbaugh right now, because it's preseason, we'll wait for the season to do that if we have to. If Matt Campbell wins the Big 12 and goes to the playoff at Iowa State this year, he will have done more in college football than Jim Harbaugh has. Because Harbaugh never won a conference title at Stanford, never won a bowl game at Stanford. He might have. No, they won the Orange Bowl, but never played for a national title. That's my hot take. So we'll see. I like Matt Campbell a ton. I think he's the other conversation we need to have about what constitutes a Michigan man. And I think that's kind of become a bit among the fan base. But when you hear that from someone like a Ward Manuel or whatever, which the Michigan man stuff, the Those Who Stay stuff, as far as I'm concerned, that all can go, because as I wave my hands at the Bo Schembechler situation, but I think when you talk about who's a fit at Michigan, Michigan's never going to be in the weeds in terms of, or in the mud in terms of what some of these other programs do. Like your rival to the south, like Alabama, like Clemson. I'll say it. They want to graduate their players. They want good athletes in the classroom, and they want things done the right way. Now, what constitutes the right way with name, image, and likeness being a thing now? I don't know. I mean, you can't pay anyone. You can't pay anyone to play. That's still very much illegal. But I would think Michigan could be an institution that stands to gain a lot from all that, because you have one of the best business schools in the country attached to you in Ross, which, we've already seen schools develop entrepreneurial courses for their athletes to start benefiting from things like that. I think Ross could be a big key in all of this. So I think you might see more athletes, going through business courses there to help with their branding and things like that. I think that Michigan has all the resources it needs to, including the money, to be a college football power. I do. Does that mean you're Alabama, you're Ohio State, you're Clemson? No, but can you be Oklahoma? Can you be Notre Dame? Abso-freaking-lutely you can. It's all there. So that's my long rant on that. Look at Wheels here.
Takes the tackle. Call it a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 3rd and goal.
Oh my God, another end zone drop. I think that's like the 3rd in the last 2 days. Oh, that's disgusting. Should be leading this football game right now. Should be leading this football game right now. It's 2 field goals. I believe 2 field goals in the 3rd quarter. Sorry, I've been ranting. I'm not watching enough of this game. Lewis Gratton says, I want Matt Campbell. He's on the train.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Oh, Brad Hawkins had him. Are you kidding me? Thoughts on Mario Eugenio? I'll be honest. I have not watched a ton of his film yet. I know anytime you get someone. I mean, he's a 4-star guy. Like I said, I haven't watched a ton on him, but I know that. God, I'm looking at his high school stats right now. 30 career sacks. 13 sacks his sophomore year. 17 sacks his junior year. Good God, no one could block this kid. And he is out of Florida. It's a good football state. So, this might be blasphemous to say, given that I run a site that covers recruiting. But, since guys like Vaughn and Steven and John have been on staff, I've kind of been putting that more in their basket. And I also don't get too high about the 4-star guys because, your Luigi Villains of the world, seems like some of their better pass rushers have been the guys like your Kwity Paye's, your Josh Uche's, your Chase Winovich's, so... Darius Lewis, do we have a real shot at Walter Nolan? I think based on stuff I don't have any insight on this, but based on what I've read and kind of what I've been talking to people about is, I think if it comes down to what Mom wants, Michigan will be squarely in the mix there. But again, you talk about a player of Walter Nolan's caliber. I mean, everyone in the country wants him. Everyone wants him. So, what does Michigan sell to get a guy like that to not go to Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, to wherever, Florida? Take your pick. To me, I think where Michigan could turn some of those recruitments, not all of them. I'm not saying this is where they start recruiting at a Bama level, but again, the NIL stuff and the brand power they have and the Ross and the ability to learn how to market yourself as an individual. I think that could be something that could help them out in higher profile recruitment. So that's my thoughts there. Oh, you guys are throwing all the recruits at me now. Cavante Henry. This is my 8th year with this site, and I think 10th year covering recruiting, writing about recruiting, whatever it is. I know that our guys are pretty high on him and what he can bring. Another one of those edge outside linebacker types. I don't have a lot to add there right now. Charles Jones, welcome. He says, this has probably been asked and answered several times, but what system and year in this game? This is NCAA 14. This is the College Football Revamped mod for PlayStation 3. So I can't really walk you through it here, but if you Google how to get it, I'll say it, if you're someone who just follows directions and kind of knows the technical babble of some of that stuff, it was pretty simple. This took me about an hour to download. You will need a flash drive or external hard drive, whatever you have at your disposal. But yeah, it's not hard. Putting together a drive here. Are they going to punt? They might punt here. No, offense is staying on the field. All right, throwing the ball. I hate that play call. I hate it! Oh boy, I don't know if this one's going overtime. Something stupid's going to happen in this game. Hasn't happened yet. We haven't had ants carrying the ball off the field. We haven't had something freeze. Haven't had a questionable use of timeout. Yes, we have. At the end of the first half. My bad. Something stupid's going to happen. And again, for those of you here, this might be the highest viewership we've had of the day so far. Please click the like button below. Please click on the subscribe button. Even if you just ignore our videos, it just helps move us up the food chain, so to speak. We've been around for a while, but it's really been less than a year since we really started to put focus into this page and growing it and putting out different types of content. So anything that you guys can do to help us up that is very helpful. Von Lozon's here. What up, everybody? Got some time to kill, so I figured I'd watch Michigan blow another simulated game. Welcome, Von. That's why we're all here. Seeing those likes numbers go up in the analytics here, so thank you. The less you like, the more family members I have to bother during the day to go, hey, can you click like on this video? It would really be helpful. GR Gazzle says this sim is unfair to our D. We will be much better than the so-called experts say. They'll be better because they can't be worse than last year. No one plays defense in this game. No one. It's pretty embarrassing, actually. So I'm going to do some sort of series with this game in season. I don't know if we'll do the game sim thing because you guys will have seen that. But I'm curious as to like what would be... What would people be entertained by if we brought this back in season? Like, is it me taking over and calling plays? Is it... Let us know. Go Blue with the assist here. Says, everyone also make sure to turn on the notifications. Yes. And also like us. I'm going to keep saying that. I can't make you. Robert Tubbs, first time watching live. Well, as live as it gets in a simulation. Welcome, Robert. I love the Stormtrooper avatar. Gazzles is fine. All right, Gazzles. That's who you are. Is Maize and Brew looking for an intern? I'm inexperienced and untrained, but still. Not interns directly, but I could always use someone to mow the lawn, water the flowers, watch my dog, pick up her poops in the backyard. So if that sounds appealing to you, yes, Maize and Brew is hiring. Maize and Brew HQ is open for business. Darius Lewis, thoughts on Dalen Baldwin? Think he will start? Contribute? I don't know if he'll start. I do think he will contribute because he brings something that these other guys don't really have. Play the game right here. And whoops. All right, well, have to use those timeouts now. I think Nebraska's probably going to want to run clock here. Happy Scott Frost Day, everybody. Well, that's not how you do that. Well, that's your ball game. That's it. Oh, man. I'm already like flashing forward in my head. Like, let's say Michigan finishes this series going 4-8, which they're not going to do. They'll be better than that. And people are going to go, when Maize and Brew previewed the season and did their sims, they said Michigan was going 4-8, and that our offense would be bad, the defense would be bad, and that they're bad. You should cancel them. I have no control over this. I don't endorse any of this. But it's going to happen. We have about 12 seconds to make something interesting here. Otherwise, we'll be 3-3 on the year. Which would suck. Oh, they're calling a play. What? I kind of like the ballsiness, but what? All right, well, something stupid could happen. CFB says, hire me as an intern. I'll make the ball for you, my man. Hey, my dog walks twice a day. She eats 1 scoop of food twice a day. Oh, boy. I'm going to get blamed for this. They're going to blame me. They're going to blame the site. We're just... There you have it, folks. Well, that was disappointing as hell. I'm going to put that on a shirt. A dark blue shirt with Maize letters that says, well, that was disappointing as hell. Oh. 3-3. That hurts. That's 2 days of losses in a row. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome, fun content like what you just saw for the last hour or so. Von Lozon, if an Adrian Martinez-led team beats U of M this year, I might puke. Same. A lot of work to do. That puts us, it's game number 6, so we're halfway through regular season. I want to vomit all over my laptop. So here's your Michigan stats for the day. Again, two killer picks in both games the last 2 days for Cade McNamara. Blake Corum, fine. Cade McNamara, 10 rushes. I got nothing for that. Good day from Ronnie Bell. I mean, Matthew Hibner, drop of the game. 1 drop today, but that's game winner. Drop the game winner. 3 sacks, not terrible. Could only muster 1 sack. Yeah. That's my biggest mistake. Well, no, because if I was just playing these games, I'd steamroll everyone, and that's not fun. That's where I get blamed for providing false hope. So we don't do that here either. But that's going to do it for me today. I don't know what else to say other than the series continues. We will not give up. We will not go silently into that good night. We'll be back Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern for the Northwestern game, which will be in Ann Arbor. Maize jersey game? Question mark. We'll see what happens there. But again, don't forget. Please hit the like button before you get out of the stream. Subscribe. Turn on the notifications so you know when we go live. Sometimes we do have changes in times where we have to switch some things around, but I still have a lot of fun. It was great to talk basketball with you guys. Always good to exchange, to go back and forth and do those types of things. But Maize and Brew Podcast, Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher. We will do a Hunter Dickinson reaction episode after we talk to him via press conference later. And we'll be back Thursday. So thanks for your time, and we'll do it again soon.